People are saying that they're profitable when they made $10, but then other people will say that they're profitable when they made $1 million. What does it mean to be profitable? Is it when you make money? But then what if you lose it? Are you still profitable? You can make $20, then you can lose $40. Are you profitable then? How many trades does it take to be profitable? What's the time horizon for being profitable? Who are we basing profitability on? And how are we trying to justify profitability to different people that we talk to about trading? I think that profitability is definitely more of a mindset thing. You can't just say that you're profitable because you've made like $20. But also, you don't need to make $20,000 just to say that you're profitable. And you can become profitable even without being a good trader. That's one of the very interesting things about trading. You don't need to be good to make money. We see people who trade meme stocks, people who look at hype and try to play into that with their entries and exits on positions. It's just so risky, and like everything's a risk in life, man. You can risk thousands of dollars paying for tuition just to not get a job. You could have spent some of that money doing other things, could have invested some of that money, and you would have at least seen a return. It might not be a big return, but you would have seen a return depending on the time horizon. You can also risk money on your wedding. You can also risk money on any number of things where you expect a certain outcome, but it's not necessarily guaranteed. So to see something like the stock market, crypto, Forex, whatever it is, and to think that like, oh, it's just too risky, don't let that hold you back, because everything in life is a risk. And that's cliche to say that, but it's pretty true. Profit is something that we all need in life. It's something that's going to benefit us in different ways. But what does it actually mean to be profitable? I think that people glamorize or glorify this word of profitable, like these prop firm challenges where people will buy a prop firm challenge, just risk the whole account or risk their whole drawdown, end up passing it somehow. They get that certificate and then they're like, oh, I'm profitable. Like, I'm a profitable trader. Do you really have to even be smart to be profitable? Is profitable even the word to describe someone who knows what they're doing? If you can make a lot, you can lose a lot. You can lose it very fast to the point that it makes you question your entire existence. So if you think that just because you've made money, maybe you made money on a certain account without losing that account, maybe you are profitable. You can call yourself profitable to someone who has less experience. Then what? There's a lot more to profitability than passing a challenge. People can get the certificate and then lose the account the next day or the next week or the next month. So then how do we measure profitability? How do we like decide that some people are profitable and some people are not? I've been trading on my Darwinix account since towards the middle to end of last year. And so what I thought was pretty interesting about this whole concept is that you can trade an account and it essentially standardizes trades across all the different Darwins that are there. So it's not like someone can just risk $5 million on an account and get lucky on a trade and be ranked as so much more profitable than everyone else. And so you can actually see what profitability looks like in this whole competition. People have the different Darwins, and every month there will be an indication of profit on that account. You can see the exact percentages. This is pretty much what mine looks like. I have been up some months and down some months. For me, this is a way to continue to build on my skill and to learn how I can improve, how I can become better at the art of trading without relying so much on the metrics and the dollar signs and making a certain amount of money to then flex it on social media to all the people who don't know anything about trading. Because that's what happens when you are new and you start out. You see people flex and you're like, oh, they're so profitable. Anyone can fake a screenshot. Anyone can fake a video at this point. But to see that people can actually fake charts and broker statements, I mean, people can fake profitability, but people also measure profitability differently. You can be profitable in a certain week or in a certain span of a few months. Are you then a profitable trader? Can you claim to be profitable to other traders? For me, profitability is all about percentages. I don't really think too much about dollars in terms of profitability because anyone can hit a home run and make a lot of money and then go to Miami. You know, if you're like a Miami crypto bro kind of guy who goes there and flexes and all that stuff, I feel like maybe that appeals to you. But if you're someone who actually values the art of trading and learning it and figuring out the process, what determines the outcomes, how am I managing my risk, how am I setting my stop losses, they are very, very important in determining your profitability. Honestly, two people could take the same exact trades every single day, and the difference of profitability will be determined by, do they stick to their stop losses first of all or not, and then how are they managing risk? Are they risking 5% on a trade? Are they risking 1%? These are the dynamics of profitability. It's not just a one size fits all thing. It begins to make you question. When you see all these people who have made a lot of money, you wonder, am I profitable then? Someone made $1 million in a month Am I not profitable because I've only made $50? If you're able to grow an account by a certain amount, but then you end up losing it and you end up losing so much that you end up unprofitable for the month, then you are an unprofitable trader, aren't you? You overtrade or mismanage risk to the point that you suddenly lose all that you gain. Is profitability just about how you trade, or is it about how you manage risk? Is it about your mindset? Are there multiple factors that go into making you a profitable trader? If you're relying on one account, maybe that's why you begin to lose money after gaining all this profit, because you are trying to force things. If you had 10 accounts, you might finish profitable on 5 of them or 8 of them for the month. But if you have one account, you're putting all that risk onto one account, you're not going to be profitable if you keep trading and eventually having losers, because everyone has losers. So then, is it about your resources? Is it about how many accounts you actually have access to? These are the things that really make you think, how can I best streamline my approach to trading? I think one of the best ways to do that these days is to trade prop firms. But even if you're trading personal capital, once you get to a certain point that you think is good for you for the day, how about you stop trading? And the more you do that, the more profit you might actually end up keeping instead of going negative. It's all about how much you can keep. Profitability, man. There's a lot of factors that go into it. Don't think that just because you've made a lot of money that you're profitable. Profitability boils down to how you can constantly do that and how you can continue to show up and continue to improve.